Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report. As you see these matches, we see Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams team up against Apollo Crews and Axmon. They've been thrown on these two guys' side. Can Apollo Crews and Axmon get the win? We'll talk about it coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Also, too, Alba Fire takes on Soa Roca in a match that we waiting to see, but we'll participate there as well as tag team match. Brooks and Jenner takes on Gallus. Gallus wants a shot at the NXT Tag Team Championship. We'll get the word from Gallus on what's going on as well. Also, too, we know that Braun Breaker and Grayson Waller still got some unfinished business since they had that face-to-face contract signing for their match at NXT Vengeance. We'll talk about that as well. Also, too, breaking news right now. Sad and unfortunate news to report that Jay Briscoe, one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, has passed away due to a car accident. We'll talk about Jay and his legacy and what he meant for the sport of wrestling. Oh man, just didn't see that coming tonight. But we'll get to it as Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report. And it starts right now. Everyone, welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. As you see on your screen right here, Jay Briscoe, one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, has passed away at the age of 38 years old. We'll get to Jay in a minute on his unfortunate passing, but we will get to the the NXT Ring Report coming up. But we'll do so later. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. We'll get to Jay in a little bit, what's going on, hot topics. But let's get to the action tonight. NXT had matches, including a tag team match, where Apollo Crews teamed up with Axon to take on Carmelo Hayes, the former North American champion, and Trick Williams, his sidekick. They kicked off the show, and I'll say this: Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams thought they was going to be winners, but they were sorely mistaken tonight when Apollo Crews got the win. Apollo Crews and Axon got the win over Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams had to go back to the drawing board. Tonight wasn't their night tonight. So, hey, what is that? Also, too, Tony D'Angelo sat down with Stacks, and Stacks lost his match last week against Dijak. Stacks lost his match with Dijak last week. We know that Stacks got a reprieve and got reborn. Tony D'Angelo told him, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a second chance at life. You're part of the family now." I guess Stacks had to take that deep in on what went down with him earlier tonight and stuff. I guess Stacks part of the family some way somehow. But Stacks, you got to realize too. I mean, you can be number one or chosen, but then again, always got something with Tony D'Angelo. You can't never trust him. Can't never trust a snake or never trust somebody that's been a snake for a minute. So hey, you gotta watch his back, like they say in Goodfellas and stuff. Speaking of that, Tia Hill won her match tonight. Tia got the win with the endorsement of Chase U. We know that next week TL will be part of a celebration next week in store for Chase U. Like she might get her diploma or something. Something in the middle. Also, too, Gallus was in action. Gallus, we found that at Gallus would be challenging in a triple threat match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. They get a shot at the NXT Tag Team titles against the New Day, as well as Pretty Deadly, the former champions. So the New Day is going to be having their work cut out for them at Vengeance Day, and they'll be that week after on the Royal Rumble for them. After Kofi Kingston said he's going to compete in the Royal Rumble, we'll talk about that coming up. Also, too, the new number one contenders for the women's championship, Pretty Toxic Attraction. Henry Boy, I forgot their name, Gigi Golan. We know that Roxanne Perez had her eyes set, and Roxanne Perez teaming up with some newbie and stuff. We know that Roxanne said herself that she wants to become a fighting champion. She'll take on all comers, and this is her first test as champion. Take on both members of Toxic Attraction. They both last week won their match in that Battle Royal to earn them the opportunity. They did that same spot like Bret Hart and Lex Luger did back in 1994. But this time, them two women will get a shot at the NXT Tag Team Women's Championship at Vengeance Day coming up on February 4th. So we'll get to see that. Maybe they bring the old Vengeance set back. You know, the old Vengeance set used to be. Might bring that back. Speaking of that, Tiffany Stratton returning back to NXT. Tiffany Stratton, I say the Bobby doll of NXT, made her return back. Tiffany Stratton didn't waste no time whatsoever, and she picking a fight with what's her name? She's picking a fight with Indy Hartwell and stuff. Like her and Indy Hartwell had that little tit for tat in the backstage area. Now we know that next week, Tiffany Stratton will get her shot at Indy Hartwell next week, as well as Toya Hill will as well. Well, Umber Fire, didn't waste no time whatsoever. Umber Fire went against Sora Roca in a match, and that match didn't take so long neither. The Umber Fire lost the match to what's her name, to Sora Roca. Like this NXT was so, but it wasn't, then popping your eye, nothing like that. Also, too, Tyler Bate won his match over Java, Big Booty Javi. Cleaned his clock and stuff, let him land and stuff. All right. Speaking of that, was tag team match as Toxic Attraction went against women's champion Roxanne Perez and her new friend. But Roxanne Perez lost. Toxic Attraction won their match. But Roxanne Perez got to be word that one of these two women could be the next NXT Women's Champion ever since moving away from their leader, Mandy Rose, who was a staple. As like we told you last week, Mandy Rose was on the Tamron Hall show. Hopefully she'll come back sooner and reclaim her throne. Because I miss Mandy Rose. She was God's gift to create, God's gift created, what Mandy Rose was. Mandy Rose now trying to be on the talk show circuit to tell her story. She'll be back. Like they say, everyone will be back. But Mandy Rose stuff. Let me see before we get to the big our hot topics. Really wasn't nothing. We know that next week, also too, Wesley will defend the North American Championship against Dijak. Dijak gonna easily probably could win that match, but we'll see as well. And then Grayson Waller with a replica set of the championship belt, showcasing that he can be the next NXT champion. And he's like the Miz of NXT when you think about it.
So you know how that be. How that go. All right. That's gonna end the NXT ring report for tonight. We're gonna move forward to hot topics. Here comes on wrestling hot topic. We got some sad news to report due to the tweet that Tony Khan had sent the AEW president. Tony Khan sent this message right here, stating the fact that one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Jay Briscoe, had passed away from a car accident. I mean, it was shockwaves. You go online right now, that's all you can see on Twitter. Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe was one of the decorated Ring of Honor stars. He was also a former Ring of Honor tag team. He was the current Ring of Honor tag team champion, as well as the a former Ring of Honor champion. So this hit close to home right here. That Jay Briscoe, um, and then Jay Briscoe was controversial as well. But that doesn't shadow the fact that this man lost his life due to a car accident. I know his brother Mark is taking it hard because they was close in thieves. I know Mark's taking it hard, and this was right here posted 6 hours ago. Jay Briscoe talking about he had a new hat and stuff. Man, man, you can be here today and gone tomorrow. Um, Also, too, CM Punk even wrote on his 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 Instagram. Man, everyone's taking it hard in the wrestling community as well. A lot's going on. Um, Even right now, Dave Meltzer said Tony tweeted the death of Jay Briscoe in an auto accident. Two people in the car died in the accident at 5:30 in Lawrence. Just horrible, tragic news. I hope that we just hope and pray that nothing severe was that going on. Hopefully, none of his significant others or his children. That would have been, ooh, we just don't know right now. We're getting more details as we speak. Like I said, Jay Briscoe, one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion, had that instant classic match with FTR not too long ago, about like at least a month ago for Death Before Dishonor, regained the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. Man, a lot of people were talking about the dream match between the Briscoes going against FTR again, or the Briscoes going against, if they could have went to WWE, going against the Usos. That would have been a dream match. Or people sending their condolences to Jay Briscoe at this time. Man, Jay Briscoe. Just don't know, like they say, people, sometimes, we don't know. Life's too short for drama and petty and stuff. But, some people get it, some people don't. But at the end of the day, you don't want to be kind of like, get wrapped around in that, circle. But, Jay Briscoe will be remembered for his contributions to wrestling. I mean, I kind of remembering Jay Briscoe nearly 10 years ago when the Ring of Honor, about like 13 years ago, nearly 10 years ago, the Ring of Honor came on TV on like, you can say like a national TV in a way, but they weren't national. It was like regional stuff. But they was in the market, and the Briscoe, to me, considered one of the greatest tag team in Ring of Honor history. Jay Briscoe was up there defending his world championship against the likes of Adam Cole, you name it. He was a champion that took on all comers. He took on Cody Rhodes. And Jay Briscoe was the foundation and stuff. I know his brother is taking it hard right now. Like I said, even Ricky Morton, they all sent pictures
of their time with the Briscoes, Rick and Morton with Jay. Um, man, um, John and Gresham, Jay Lethal. All of them. We hope and pray that everything's okay. The Briscoes will go down one of the legendary tag teams in Ring of Honor. Man. Speaking of that, we heard news that the Royal Rumble, Bianca Belair, she will take on her challenger, Alexa Bliss, for the Raw Women's title. Bianca Belair, I'm like an unflattering photo right there for her, but hey, yeah, what it is. She'll defend her championship against Alexa Bliss at the Royal Rumble, as well as we got other reports that Cody Rhodes, we knew he was coming. Cody has made official. He declared himself in the Royal Rumble match. Cody Rhodes will be competing in the Royal Rumble match. I want to see him go number 1 or 2 and go the distance. And I'm a hope that it'll be him and Seth Rollins be the final 2 to start the Royal Rumble and in the Royal Rumble. That's why I hope and pray. But we'll get to that during the Royal Rumble. Predict the outcome next Saturday. So look for that on the Pro Wrestling Show. Also, too, we hope and pray for Kevin Nash. You know, Kevin Nash lost his son. He's still grieving over his son. We hope and pray Kevin Nash be overcome it. And they're saying that he's thinking the S word, and we hope that that doesn't come to be fruition. You know, there's already enough tragedy already in wrestling, but wrestling get a bad rap sometimes of tragedies. We don't know. We don't want Kevin Nash to be kind of like another statistic on that number and stuff. Ugh, man. All right, we're gonna end the Pro Wrestling Show NXT Ring Report. We're gonna end it with a 10 a silence to Jay Briscoe. We'll see you tomorrow for the AEW Ring Report. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long, and thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll pay honor for the final moments to Jay Briscoe on this episode. See you later.